Hi, I'm Chris Hartke, Teutopolis, Illinois. I've grown up on this family farm, decided that a contract opportunity would be good, and I connected with the equity and started contract feeding pigs for them. And currently that's where I'm at right now. I'm contract feeding, and the equity has been a good partner to work with. Kind of wish that this opportunity would have been here 25 years ago with the equity. Someone local, someone I trust that I can work with, because I probably would have tried it then. It's helped grow the operation with some financial security. If I did not have the opportunity for contracts, I could possibly be a hog farmer. It would be very, very difficult to get into the business without the contract, because the contract offers security that the market will not give me right now. With exports, it's hard to get a guarantee that you're going to be able to make money every year if you were starting out. With the contract barn, I don't have to worry about the markets, the feed price, the animal price itself, and I've got the equity to stand behind me when I need help with the veterinary aspect of the animals. So if there is a disease outbreak or a problem, they're there with their experts to come in and take care of it and make sure that we get the problem taken care of. It's fairly simple. We supply the facilities. We make sure they're set up and ready for the next group of animals that comes in. They give us contact through phone calls or an email to make sure that we're ready, and then the delivery comes on the schedule that they've assigned. And when the pigs come in, we settle them in, take care of them. They send a field man out who double checks to make sure everything's ready to go. And once the pigs are off and going, they come out weekly. If there's any problems, when the field man comes out, he lets us know and we take care of them. And if there's not, he asks us questions and just makes sure that we don't have any concerns and everything's running smooth. And if something does happen, we can call them and they can get a veterinarian out here right away, or someone who can help us fix the problem. And it's been very easy to work with. Then once the pigs are finished out and we start to ship out, they assign the times several days in advance, and they send the field man out and they mark the animals. We sort them, and then when the truck shows up, we load them out. And at the end of the cycle, once the last animals are shipped, we clean the facilities and have several days to get things back in order before the next group of animals shows up. I've got some older facilities that were built back in the early 70s, 74, 75, that are currently in production. And we've applied the knowledge that we used on those facilities to build these newer facilities, so that we've hopefully built them so that they will last equally long or longer with less maintenance. And my first facility is 6 years old. This facility behind me is 3. We haven't had to do any kind of repairs to them yet. We built them through the contract of the equity, and we were able to build them with the quality that will last, and hopefully when they're paid for and I retire, my son Jack will be able to take over the farm, and these will be an instant income generator with very little expense for him. And when he gets there, he can decide if he wants to add some more facilities or expand and grow even bigger. I was able to purchase a farm several years ago from my uncle's estate, and it hadn't had any animal fertilizer. We were simply using commercial fertilizer on that ground for 20 years. And I began to bring fertilizer from here out of the hog barns to there, and the yield increase was approximately 40 to 50 bushels an acre over the commercial fertilizer, simply from the manure itself. And that's what started my contracting with the equity. We were able to get the permitting and the site set up, and I actually built my first contract barn on that farm. When we store the manure until the spring, we apply it right before the crop is planted, so we get the maximum benefit from the nutrients in the manure. I am able to grow 130 acres of corn from each barn with no commercial fertilizer put on whatsoever. And the corn yields are above and beyond the yields from commercial fertilizer. I've done side-by-side tests with it, and the hog manure itself is much better than simply putting nitrogen and phosphate on from the local fertilizer supplier. To get into the contract production, sometimes it's better if you haven't had animal experience. Some of my best workers came from backgrounds that had absolutely no animal experience, but they absolutely had no bad habits to worry about, so they were easy to train. And once they were trained, they were able to do the job flawlessly. If a farmer was willing to get into this kind of operation, no experience is not a deal breaker. I think it would be good because the equity is very easy to work with. They provide the training, they provide the experience that you need to find out, get the answers if you have a problem. And they also are able to supply everything you need to make the production work. The pigs come in, they get quality sources of pigs. The feed comes in on time. The medication protocol is easy to follow. And any veterinary advice you need, they're able to provide pretty quickly, so that any problems that show up are easy to take care of. The income from the buildings themselves has been very good for the farm. If I was a new farmer, younger farmer, and I was looking for some way to diversify my operation, this would be an ideal way to do it. With the equity, I was able to secure financing with a contract and build modern facilities that'll last a lot longer for the next generation to take over the farm. And with these facilities under contract, the payments and the financing works really well, so that I don't have a lot of risk, and the bank's willing to allow me to grow my operation. And it helps because, like I said earlier, the risk is mitigated, and I don't have to worry about the price of hogs going up or down, or the price of feed. It all works really well. We get to supply our management and our years of expertise to help with them, and they get quality hog production, I hope.